Hi beautiful souls, welcome back to the channel, Beautiful Awakening with Shantia. So welcome to this evening's channeled message, and I call it an evening because I'm creating it in the evening even though you may not be watching it in the evening. Okay, so if you guys are new to this channeled message, typically I do an automatic write before I head onto the camera, turn it on, and I'm going to share that message with you. And I also like to choose a crystal for the evening as well that I get a message from typically. So I choose a crystal and then we pull tarot and we pull oracle cards to see whatever message wants to come through for the collective. Okay, so I'm really excited. Let me just go ahead and light some of this sage here. Sorry, salt. Is it Palos? You know what? I might be saying it wrong. So the last channel message was wild. It caught on fire. And it actually kind of snapped my glass too that the candle was sitting in. So I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Anyways, I'm just looking up it is Palo Santo. Oh my gosh, guys. Why did no one tell me I was saying it wrong? How rude. So this is called Palo Santo, and I've been calling it Sol Palo, which is hilarious because I basically got it backwards. Oh my goodness. Okay. Yes, I'm excited. Let's go ahead and ring the singing bow. Okay, I think tonight's message is going to be really powerful because I'm just feeling the energy. I'm feeling it. Okay, so the theme for this evening is going to be up the ante. Up the ante. Essentially, the energies are going to be picking up, I would say, near the end of December. So all of these readings, they're future readings. They're kind of essentially what I'm getting because this is the first time I'm doing this. What I'm picking up is that these readings are like future readings, like they're picking up energies that are going to be like months down the line, but collectively the reason why the guides want these messages to come through is because they want you to start shifting your life to open up to receiving this. So we're going to talk about this. Okay, so up the ante is the theme. The message we have here is movement. Get moving. It's time to get moving. So I was getting a vision of like a sequential dance. So a sequential dance is essentially like a dance number where you kind of rehearse something, right? But I was seeing like a ball, like a ballroom. People like in a sequential dance, like they've rehearsed this dance. So there's something about people or collectively the energy is shifting. There's a movement, there's a wave being carried, and you're being swept in that wave. But this wave is exactly what you need to create like and be in alignment. It's part of a creative energy. So there's a creative energy or a creative wave that's happening essentially where you're going to be picked up or working with or around people or being falling into like a synchronistic dance with the people who are around you. And it's like the dancing the rhythm of life. So the way that it shows up may be different for every person. I was getting a lot of work, kind of Pentacles energy is what I was picking up. And after this, I'm going to be doing a pick a card reading where I'm tapping further into sort of the work situation or life purpose, because I'm like, for some of you, to me, career, work, life purpose are all kind of tied into one thing, but it's not necessarily that for other people. But the guides specifically want me to ask about life purpose. But essentially, I think some of our life purposes are being activated. We're being pulled into this wave, this sequential dance with other people. So we're going to be pulled towards other people. Other people are going to be pulled towards us. And we're going to kind of find and decide who we want to work with. I would say part of my collective or working with you guys is me doing a sequential dance with you if you're up for it. So this is going to be helping you to like essentially motivate or navigate your energy in the right direction. Okay, so there's, energy's coming to you. So get ready to work with others. Focus and concentration is most definitely going to be needed because this dance felt rehearsed. It felt like negotiations, talks, conversations. We'll talk about it as we get further down the message. So magic, like any other, is coming. So because we're being swept in this wave of creation, it's something that you're creating with everyone else. You're co-creating with the universe, but you're also co-creating with other people too in your life. So you're going to find that there are going to be some natural synchronicities that just kind of show up because more of us are being pulled into this, whatever this pull is, this magic, essentially. There's not really any words for it. I said synchronicity, like you've never experienced, is going to be activated in your life. There's a lot of dream team chemistry, on the same page energy that I was sensing, picking up. So what we're going to have to cultivate is respect, negotiation, and harmony, because this is what you're going to need to work with other people. Respect, negotiation, and harmony. So you're going to know how to talk to people. You're going to have to know how to disagree. If you disagree, but if you disagree, set aside the ego, everything's going to flow so much better. Work in harmony, become a team player. The puzzle pieces are just going to fit together. Whatever you feel like your weakness is, someone is going to compensate, or they're going to make up for, or they're going to complement you in that way. Focus on your strengths. So whatever you feel like your strengths are, that's what you need to be investing time and energy into building for yourself. Okay? All right, so, oh, I forgot to do the crystal reading. Usually I do that off camera. So today we have the citrine here. Lovely citrine. Let's see what message, I'm glad we got the citrine, because citrine's always about abundance. It's always about magic, and I've actually seen dancing with this crystal. I always do the automatic right before I do, the automatic right channel message before I do the crystal reading. So the fact that they chose this, pretty awesome. And that's just how energy works. It's very fluid. Okay, so let me just go ahead and see what I can pick up. Guys, what would you like me to know? Okay, something about honey. Oh, interesting. Okay, there's something about honey that came through, and a bat. So to me, a bat is, I always I associate bats with like, because they have sonar, they can see. Oh my gosh, that was actually something I didn't write down, but I was feeling it. You're gonna know who these people are. So as far as like working with people, if someone comes up to you and they're like, I want to work with you, you're gonna know, because there's almost gonna be like this intuitive, like a psychic connection, like sonar energy, where you just kind of, you can sense and pick up that this is your person based off of this like intuitive energy, intuitive connection, essentially. So that's what the bat was. Very much representative of like intuitive connections are coming into your life. Intuitive people have been showing up in the readings, so it's just a matter of like, I feel like 2023 is going to be huge for connections for a lot of you. And the other thing that was coming through is honey. So it's like a sweetness, 10 of Cups energy. It just felt very sweet. So I feel like, you know, whereas you're used to life being hard or like a burden or difficult, it's just going to feel so sweet, like almost saccharine sweet. And I almost want to say, don't sabotage it. You know, when good things start to come into your life, do not sabotage it. Work with it. Be like, well, I did pray for this. And I think it can amaze us sometimes when we pray for things and they show up and we're like, oh my gosh, this is so amazing. When's the other shoe gonna fall off, right? Fall off the foot. And this is just not one of those moments. This is a blessing. This was meant for you. Embrace it. Okay, let's see what else wants to come through for our lovely citrine. Kind of hard to see in this lighting here. Waves of inspiration is what I'm hearing. So waves of inspiration are going to be coming to you. That's going to be important. Yeah, a lot of abundance. It's just like abundant opportunities, doors opening, movement. It's so interesting because I was brought to a reading I did months ago, and I thought this reading was like talking about energy that's happening right now, but it wasn't really, I don't think it was talking about like the current energy. It was talking about like 4 months, 5 months down the line, this is what's going to be happening. Because it was a broad reading. It was a timeless reading. And essentially this feels like this time period. Like it feels like now, or it's coming soon. Essentially a lot of energy, a lot of movement. Be aware, be ready. Get ready to receive it. The last message that wants to come through, if you feel like you're going to be lost in this sequential dance, like you're doing something new with a group of people and you feel maybe a little intimidated or uncertain, what they want you to know, the guides want you to know, is all you need to do is, again, lean into that intuitive energy, lean into that sonar sense, that sixth sense. It's going to pull you right back into the wave. Okay, trust yourself. So I wanted to go ahead and pull a nakshatra card. So let's go ahead and see which one wants to come through for the collective guides. So nakshatras are, there are 27 nakshatras in the 12 zodiac signs. So the 12 zodiac signs divided into 27 nakshatras is from Vedic astrology. And Vedic astrology is pretty much what I like to study when it comes to astrology. Okay, thank you. Oh my goodness, yes! We got Shatabisha. Shatabisha, number 24, Kobe's number. Okay, Shatabisha number 24. Why is this significant? Shatabisha is an Aquarius. Again, ingenious thinking, networking, people. Shatabisha is also ruled by Rahu. So there's an amplification of energy. Rahu is connected to our North Node, right? Our North Node, it is our destiny, could be our life purpose, right? That's what's being activated. So it's like a collective life purpose energy is being activated. Now let's go ahead and look into the book for Shatabisha. A lot of people a lot of famous people have Shatabisha because they, again, it's like Rahu and Aquarius. It's like double popularity. So these people tend to be very well liked. So Shatabisha is 6 degrees to 20 degrees Aquarius. I see an old man in the water. Oh, is he supposed to be the water bearer? There's a Pegasus in the background, or there's Neptune. Okay, dreams. Ooh, it's magic. Love it. Shatabisha translates simply into the 100 physicians, the 100 medicines, possessing 100 healers. So that's what you're being swept into. You're being swept into a wave, or being called into a wave to work with healers, people who are up healing energy, who want to heal the earth, heal people, just amplify that. Secrecy is one of the quality which immediately separates Shatabisha from other nakshatras. Even though a lot of our nakshatras like Anuradha, Jyeshta, Prabhavashada can be secretive, Shatabisha, however, is a league of its own when it comes to hiding thoughts, motives, self, or anything else. So there's something about secrecy, and again, I was getting that sonar energy. Maybe it's like a secrecy. Maybe you're going to be creating something and you're not going to be telling a lot of people about what you're creating behind the scenes. That's fine, because again, I was seeing like people rehearse for something. It's like, we're going to rehearse because then we're going to present it to the world. So there's something you're going to be cooking up behind the scenes, perhaps with someone that you're going to present to the world eventually. In fact, Shatabisha derives almost all of its power from what is hidden, whether it be the herbs in the ocean or the secret formulas or the nature's functionings. Shatabisha always tries to gain access to whatever is hidden, and doing so attains its power. Shatabisha is not always very ready to share the hidden secrets it has discovered and tries to hide them, just like the ocean covers up many a treasure. As we shall discover, Shatabisha is one of the main nakshatras presiding over media in all of its forms, especially electronic media. In today's world, media, as we know, functions on the twin principles of secrecy and deception. The people running the show, interesting, obviously know about the truth regarding the actual seat of power, whilst all the masses get is a smokescreen. Shatabisha is the ultimate con artist. Damn! What the hell? That's dark. Shatabisha's essential nature is to view everything with suspicion. Okay. Cool. Well, what I really liked is they talked about media. So there might be something like meeting people on the internet, connecting with people around the world through the internet. You could be creating a YouTube, using media some way in such form to communicate some kind of message. Shatabisha, in a way, represents the culmination of the air element. It is thus the master of mental, analytical, and logical. In its higher modes, Shatabisha can be all pervasive, just like air. This ability to relate to everyone without preconception, judgments, or prejudice is what makes a philosopher out of Shantia. Their philosophy is usually heavy on intellectualism, but the evolved souls understand that emotional and mental bodies need to be integrated in order for any true understanding to occur. Okay. All right, so very intellectual nakshatra, something about like connecting with people pretty effortlessly. It says they often blurt out harsh truths at the most inopportune moments. That's hilarious. All right. So in the universal scheme of things, Shantia relates to Behishshaja Shakti, the power of healing. Its symbolism has pervasiveness above and support below. This obviously relates to the three worlds, heaven, earth, and the netherworld. This symbolism shows that Shantia is even more pervasive than Purvashada, a power which it uses to heal the three worlds. The healing process here is different from Aswini in the sense that it happens through genuine repentance, and sustained effort is required over comparatively long periods of time. The all-pervasive power that the media has in today's world is basically Shantia's power, and since this power is in the wrong hands, it's not being used to heal or... Guys, whoa, I'm getting a huge download right now. It's not being used to heal or teach, but to full chain, dumb down, and devolve. Devolute. Okay. All right, so the big download that I'm getting right now is what we're being called to do. There's going to be a lot of healing that's coming through media that people are sharing and partaking in. So essentially, you guys notice there's been a shift in media that, you know, where people are, like you say, Kanye, he's speaking up, talking about his truth, right? His version of the truth. I think Jordan Peterson is a really good example of someone else who's just very outspoken too about a specific perspective in life as well. And essentially, what more people are being called to do is heal, is like speak healing energies or spiritual energies of the truth. So to me, this is less about conspiracy theories, because I know, you know, sometimes people, they talk a lot about conspiracy theories, less about the Illuminati, more about soul work. So there's going to be a lot more soul work that's communicated across the internet. Collectively, it's being awakened. All right, so let's go ahead and see, guys, what message do you have for the collective? I'm so excited. So excited. We got here the star card. Aquarius. Tell me more. Yep. Oh, whoa. Okay. Insane. Wow. Okay. So we got the Hierophant, Two of Wands, Four of Swords with the star card. Yeah. I feel like it says everything that I said, that I channeled here. So right now, again, just prep yourself for getting ready maybe to work with people. If you're interested in the healing arts, if you're interested in giving and providing like healing work on this world, on this planet, I think it's every single one of us. We all have the same task, is to heal ourselves and to bring healing energy to the world. So to me, like labeling people as healers and not healers, I'm like, we're all a healer. We're all a healer. But essentially, collectively, some people are being very much called into the life purpose of doing more spiritual work here with this Hierophant, being a teacher to other people in the star card, to give them more hope. Okay, let me go ahead and clarify the Two of Wands. It looks like there's a choice being made. Four of Swords is about meditation. So deep meditation is needed at this point in time. Two of Wands can be about making decisions and kind of deciding what do we want in the near future here. What are we trying to build? Two of Wands could be also about two people who serve or share the same passion as well. Clarify the Two of Wands, please. Ten of Cups. And didn't I pick that up earlier? Didn't I pick that up? To clarify the Two of Wands, we got Ten of Cups. So this is about the people who share the same passions of you. Again, a community who wants to bring a lot of beauty and healing to the world is what's being called right now. So you can feel it being activated. Just listen for those urges. I always tell people, listen for those natural urges. Don't try to make things happen. Don't try to manifest. Just go with the flow of life. Beautiful. Yeah. So essentially you're being aligned with the soul connections or people who are on the same or similar journey to kind of create like healing in the world. Clarify the Four of Swords, please. We have Eight of Wands. It's manifesting. Okay. Can you tell me more, please? Movement. Also, Wands, it's not air, but the Eight of Wands are flying in the air. The Four of Swords are about the air. So that is about movement. It does connect to air. Intellectual. Yeah, peaceful advice, peaceful energy being offered to people. We have the Chariot here. So that's about movements. Interesting how it's next to the Four of Swords. But the movement is the meditation. To me, with the Four of Swords, because this guy looks like he's resting in a church with the Four of Swords. It looks like he's resting in a church. But they're saying that this is where the movement is happening. The magic is happening. Is these meditative thoughts and ideas. Philosophy. Intellectual energy. Okay. Anything else you want to tell me, guys? I'm going to move on to Oracle cards in a moment. So we have 8 of Pentacles, 5 of Cups. Okay, so looks like this is a bit of the adjustment that needs to happen. So 8 of Pentacles is about mastery. It's about working on something. It's about building up the skill set to do something, mastering. We have 5 of Cups. Why do we have the 5 of Cups here? Clarify the 5 of Cups, please. Almost the Ace of Swords wanted to come through. Okay, maybe. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah, so maybe, there's like a decision needing to be made. 3 of Wands, yeah. I think there's a decision that's needing to be made for you, some of you guys, in terms of, if this is what you're feeling called to do, is like do more of your healing work. Or spread the healing word. Spread the healing word across the world. What you're being called to do is essentially set aside your feelings, right? Set aside these, it's not set aside, like don't feel. I'm saying set aside the feelings that are not serving you anymore. Like any kind of victim mentality. See the bigger picture is what they want you to focus on. See the bigger picture. Maybe part of you feels very unmotivated because you're like, how can I make this a reality? Start somewhere. Just start. You're with spiritual work especially, it's a very self-guided. When I say self-guided, I mean that's you and God. That's a conversation between you and God. And you're going to kind of have to figure that out along the way. The 3 of Wands also is representative of the 9th house because this always comes up with 9th house energy. So there's a lot about seeing the bigger picture, healing, philosophy, traveling. Oh, there might be actually an opportunity for some of you guys to travel. Next to the 4 of Swords, it might be telling you to come out of rest or to not be shy or come out of hermit mode at this point in time. Get ready to work with other people. Okay, so let's go ahead and pull some oracle cards and see what's happening. We have here, shall a master be graceful in movement and action? Yep, so again, remember at the beginning of my channel reading, I said movement. That was the first word I said. Movement, get moving. So you are being called to move, but move gracefully. So to me, the 4 of Swords could be like graceful movement, right? Meditating on what we do, meditating on our moves, just like a chess match. You want to meditate and really think like, what should I do? You want to kind of strategize, but strategize with God. Don't strategize with the mind. Shall a master to me is about tapping into that, like, that deeper, again, the 6th sense, right? They have like a sense for connecting to their body, connecting to the soul on the deepest level. They're not trying to think of the right moves. If you ever seen Jet Li, like when he's fighting in his fighting movies, it's intuitive. It's an intuitive dance. That's essentially what you're being called to do. But they have master here, Shaolin master. So again, about mastering. So right now you're being called to a period of mastery of your energy. That's the thing you need to be focusing on. If you're thinking, how do I build a business? Focus on mastering your energy and it's going to come to light. Okay, clarify that south node, please. So there's a release that's needing to be happen. Clarify that south node. Clarify that south node. Oh my gosh. The cards are coming out crazy. 10th house, 6th house, 5th house. Clarify the south node. All right, so to be able to go on this journey, okay, to be able to, this is all about healing. Let me clarify this really quick. So I have the south node here. Usually the south node is about what you release, but sometimes it could be about spirituality. So for example, Someone who has the South Node in their ascendant or their first house tends to be a very detached, maybe even a more spiritual person. Sometimes it can cause confusion in life, but it can make people very spiritual as well. Clarify that South Node for me. Let's see. We have the Magician. 4 of Wands. Okay, interesting. Tell me more about the South Node. Hi. Okay. It's more spiritual than anything. So I was trying to understand why the South Node is here. Probably should have gone with my first instinct there. Okay. So we have South Node, we have sextile tension and flow. Tension and flow, a potential rewarding situation. We have house 10, structure, discipline, life purpose, career. We have house 5 about creativity. House 2, which is about, it's an entrepreneur house. It's about building up your assets. We have house 6, which is about job. It could be about your job or your daily life. Okay, so all of these areas are kind of being asked to shift for you. By the way, these are all earth houses, 2, 6, and 10. So it looks like your life on the physical plane is going to be shifting. Essentially what you've been wanting to manifest is going to start manifesting. Again, about Soul Tribe. So we have the 4 of Wands. Sorry, here. 4 of Wands. We have the Magician. And we have the Knight of Swords. So all of these energies are about movement. So they're about movement, things coming into your life, shifting, manifesting into your life. Yeah. Pretty magical. A lot about movement. Again, it's coming. They just need you to work on your energy. That's it. And just readying your energy for it. Just means take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and see what else wants to come through. I keep putting the cards away, which I don't usually do, but for some reason I did that. Tell us more, guides. Okay. We're getting some good information. I'm excited. Okay, interesting. So we have here home. Okay, so this could be something, again, you can be connecting to people across the internet. It doesn't have to be something that you're in person for. It could be something you create at a distance from each other, but you could be creating this at home. So there's a lot about like home life, home dynamics shifting here. You may be moving as well. There could be an opportunity to move, go somewhere else, be somewhere else with someone else here. With that 4 of Wands energy. We have the Thinker, 44, 2 4s, again about home and stability. Thinker, 44. So I think a lot of you are going to be given an opportunity to move somewhere here. Big manifestation there. Thinker also is about, there's a lot about thinking, intellect. That's going to be very important. The 2 of Wands is also about thinking, but it's about matching up with people who think like you, who share a very similar philosophy in life. We have 44 also add up to 8, which is about prosperity. Also connects to the 8 of Pentacles, which is about mastery and abundance and prosperity. With your protection. Yeah, I think for some of you, you guys are being called to move or leave or go somewhere else here. So this is just additional reassurance that you are protected. You're being taken care of. So if you feel like this is scary to like step out of your comfort zone, they want you to know it seems scary, but the fear is an illusion. And then it's like once you take that leap, it will unfold beautifully for you. So you're being called to trust here. Okay, so we also have here Joan of Arc, Voice of Truth. This card does not come out too often. So she has lilies surrounding her. She was about purity, but also she's a soldier. So like a peaceful warrior, spiritual warrior. Voice of Truth. Stand strong, focus on your purpose. Release the fear of persecution and speak your truth. So isn't that funny? I brought up Kanye. Crazy, right? Yeah, I brought up Kanye, and I talked about maybe there's a fear of you talking or sharing with the world your philosophy or what you think or how you feel about stuff. So you know what's interesting? Someone actually asked me to do a presentation on YouTube, and I'm like, if for me to do a presentation on YouTube, I need to tell you guys what I do. and usually I'm just about sharing it with, the people who are, the community, people who are drawn to it. I let you come to me. But I'm like, well, I'm going to have to bring up and talk about it. And I'm going to have to own that. I'm like, yes, I do this spiritual work and I feel called to this. Because the presentation I'm doing it's kind of like more corporate, more professional. It's less, but I have to talk about what I do in order to explain to people, this is what my YouTube channel is about. And this is how I've been able to follow my path. Okay. So again, about speaking your truth, don't be afraid. So Joan of Arc, she was known for communicating with like God essentially, and she helped to win the war for her people, I believe, because she was listening to God, and then she was persecuted for it. And these days, thank goodness, other people back then suffered so that we don't have to. So now we get to be the ones who we get to speak up, but we don't have those backlashes, because now speaking your truth is just becoming the norm. Okay, we have here, so activating your throat chakra is going to be important. Working with that, it's going to be very important. Getting comfortable with your self-expression, showing people who you are, being authentic about it. We have here message of concern 14. Okay, so it looks about there's some anxiety, or there's a message coming to you. Again, about connections. So we have the Knight of Swords, so it looks like someone might be reaching out to you. Clarify this message of concern. Yeah, we have the King of Pentacles, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Abundance. Where's my citrine? Abundance. Okay. Abundance. Yeah, so there's like an abundant opportunity coming towards you. That's what's going to concern you. It's like, I think this is power too. This is status, because we got 10 of Pentacles and King of Pentacles. This is something that's long-term commitment. So this is something you're going to have to commit to get results, essentially. So you have to ask yourself, am I willing to put in the work to get the results that I want? That would be up to you to decide. So there might be some like uncertainty about, oh no, there's this opportunity coming towards me. Can I handle it? Pray about it. Pray about it. Okay, so let's just pull a few more cards and then we'll end the reading. I just saw 4477 on the clock. You can go ahead and look at that number and see what it means. Or you can associate a number. To me, that's like a lot of support and divinity coming through. Networker. Chatabisha. Aquarius. Networker. Enhances unity through the sharing of information. So there's the information, there's going to be exchange, communication is going to be very important. Engenders social awareness and empathy. So again, about, we're being careful. We're thinking about how we communicate. We're not just saying anything. We're talking about things that matter to us, that are important to us. We're speaking with intention. Okay, guys, advice for this collective. Yeah, this is really cool reading. We have here, soul lesson, trust. Root chakra. Be inspired by what you love. And we have Frida Kahlo. Frida Kahlo was pretty radical. She lived her life the way she wanted to. She was very determined, in spite of her illness, to paint and paint. She did self-portraits pretty much her entire career. And she got curious about herself. She was very vulnerable. She showed her body, but she also showed her pain in her paintings. So vulnerability is very important for you to embrace. But all around, a radical acceptance, radical love for yourself, celebrating creativity. The creativity that exists within you is going to be very important for you to embrace. The soul lesson you're being called to do is trust. So it sounds like a leap. It sounds like you're being called to leap, and trust is going to be just an important part of the equation. So if you can do that, you're going to be abundantly successful, because we got root chakra. So it's a fear of like being in your body, of going somewhere else. I think, guys, some of you guys, this is like you're moving, or you're being given an opportunity to move somewhere. Go somewhere. Okay, they threw all these cards, so I'll read this and then I'll end the reading. So the first card we have is Grace. Grace, blessing, come to me, set me free. I think we're tired of life being hard, right? We want life to feel easy. We want it to feel graceful. In order for life to be graceful for us, we have to embrace that. We have to believe that we deserve it. So say, grace, come to me, bless me, set me free. Number 20, again about connections. There's 3 women in this image. So this is about connecting to other people. Connecting to other people. We have here abundance, number 2, again about the 2. Abundance is coming through you connecting and networking with other people. Goddess of abundance, divine, let me thrive, let fortune be mine. Fortune is yours. Again, there's 3 women in this image. So like working with people is going to bring to you this abundance. Willing to be a leader if you're called to be a leader. Willing to be the supportive partner if you're willing to be the supportive partner in the dynamic. We have here 38, divine guidance. Whispers from the beings who shine. Let their message be clear and kind. You're being very divinely guided. Listen to all of those messages. You're being very divinely guided. Listen to all of those messages. I just saw 444 on the clock. Yeah, the message. So the message, you might, when this message comes to you or someone reaches out to you, you might be like, okay, God, what do I do? What do I do? I don't know. Ask for guidance. Ask for a sign. You know, when I was getting into it, I think this was about 2 years ago, I was watching some girl in a video and she's talking about, she asks for signs from the universe. And I'm like, oh, okay. That's when I started to get into omens. And here I am, I'm like literally having conversation with my guides on a regular basis. So it's just like, it just goes to show when you allow yourself to believe, whew, a whole world is opened up to you. 3 and 8 add up to 11, which is about self-mastery. 8 is about prosperity. 3 is about community and connection. Also about movement. We have here 33, Ascendant Master number, creativity. By all above and all below, let me connect, let creativity flow. So again, this is a very creative opportunity. This is an opportunity where you're going to be allowed to be yourself. Please be yourself. The voice of truth. Kanye. Even though Kanye be a little bit much. But you're being asked to be yourself. That's why this is going to be the perfect opportunity for you. How do you manifest it? Be authentic in your everyday living. That's how you manifest. Just do it, create it in yourself. Be authentic in your day-to-day living, in who you are, how you express yourself. Practice it. Share it with people. Be unabashed, unashamed. 33 adds up to 6, and that's about heart, listening to your heart, right? 33 is also the Ascendant Masters. I feel like you're being very guided because this is a wave. It's a connection, right? So there's like Ascendant Mastery in this experience of like thinking. Maybe the thinker is like you're overthinking too. Overthinking about whether you should make this move. Just decide. Decide. The thing is, you've already decided. You can ask your future self, but you've already decided what's right for you. It's just a matter of, do I give it to myself or do I run away? We have here strength. Strength, stability in this hour, endurance, stamina, I empower. 34. So you're going to find your strength, that Joan of Arc. You're going to be tested. Tested in terms of maybe not always having the popular opinion about something, but it's an opinion nonetheless, or it feels like your truth, right? It feels like you're being the voice of truth. This is going to make you so much stronger. Strength of character is coming, enhanced with abundance. It's like, oh, it's not just strength of character. It's like, dang, you get to get abundance too. You get to be abundance too. Strength, stability in this hour. So you're also going to have the energy just to move, to go, to create, to make. You're going to be given the strength to do it. So if part of you is like, do I have what it takes? Yes. You got God on your side. You have all you need. You got God on your side. So we have 3 and 4. Again, about the 3s, about community, connection, movement, willpower, taking action. 4 is about stability again. 3 and 4 add up to 7, which connects to divinity and listening to that divine guidance. All right, guys, that's going to be the end of the collective message. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I thought that was really fun. I can definitely feel I was channeling because I'm like, I'm hot right now. And I would say Up the Ante is a perfect fit because someone said this is about raising costs for goods or something like that. Or I don't know, I said someone. I Googled it because I heard the title in my head and then I Googled it and I'm like, what? So basically it's about abundance. Cost for goods. The goods is whatever you're providing as a service as a healer in this world, or, you know, someone who's here to speak the truth and help people out and help people find and attune to their truth as well. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this channeled message. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Like, subscribe to support the channel. If you're interested in any of my other things on my YouTube channel, please check it out. I have another YouTube channel called Shantia's New Chapter. Please check that out as well. Bye. Have a good night, or sorry, day